Hey, welcome back to another No BS social media update. Kevin Mason from Intensity Media here. Would love to connect with you, whether it's by phone, whether it's by email, whether it's on one of the social sites, whatever. But would love to build a better base than just have you sitting here watching a 5-minute video or whatever the time of this one turns out to be. And if that's the kind of relationship you want to have, that's cool too. Again, these are social media basics. It's a social media primer because I'm still surprised after having done social media myself now for, well, gosh, since I got on MySpace and Friendster back in, was it 04, 05? So what are we looking at here? 8, 9 years, right in that range. There are still so many people who still don't grasp the social media concepts, who more importantly, still struggle with social media sites. I touched on this in a previous post and was asked to bring it up again, and it was the phrase, you get what you pay for. Everybody gets frustrated about Facebook and their privacy settings and how Facebook changes, whether it's, what's in your feed, what's in your timeline, what you can see, who you engage with how many of your updates are being seen by your fans. You know what? At the end of the day, how much have you paid for Facebook? All these sites are free. MySpace was free. And MySpace used to drive people crazy about the things they would allow and the changes they'd make and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's a site where they're about making money. I always use the analogy, it was like a radio station. Radio stations, while they're there to serve the public interest, don't stay there if they don't make money. That's why formats change. That's why things change. That's why people change. So at the end of the day, they're about making money. They're a for-profit company. As my boss used to say in radio, he goes, just a reminder, this isn't NPR. This is a for-profit company. We've got to think about profits. Not necessarily first, but we got to think about them. Well, same thing with the social media sites. At the end of the day, they're about making money. If you ever saw The Social Network, the movie about Facebook, the one kid, and I forgot his name, Zuckerberg's friend who helped, found the site with him, kept talking about wanting to monetize it. When am I going to put ads on it? When am I going to do things? And the character was like, I don't even know what we've got yet. I don't know what we have yet to monetize. You're still worried about monetizing when we should be worried about building. And then when it's time to monetize, we'll monetize. And it's a great reference because it is all about timing. But at the end of the day, it's a reminder that it truly is about making money at the end of the day. A lot of sites and a lot of internet sites are about, they're willing to lose money first, knowing they'll make it in the long run. Short term versus long term. When Amazon went online, it was in the red for many, many years until it finally broke through. And they just kept plowing money into it, knowing that once people came around, it was going to be a huge moneymaker. And it's turned out to be a huge moneymaker for Bezos. Well, think about social sites. You know what? MySpace has seen its better day, and it's not as important as it was. And I don't know, a lot of people spend a lot of time on MySpace. But again, that's their prerogative. Once it was bought by the Fox News Corp, it all changed because it was all about throwing ads in your way and interrupting your field of vision with ads because it was all about making money. They had to make their money back. Well, Facebook's more ads, more promoted posts, more things in your timeline, things that you might be interested in that you're not interested in. Well, it's about money. And at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. So use these tools as tools. Don't build your whole basis around them. I mean, I've got friends who have Twitter followings of hundreds upon hundreds of thousands that if something goes wrong or they get banned by Twitter for any reason, all those people are gone, and you got to start from scratch. There's no easy way. I've had MySpace pages that had hundreds of thousands of followers that were basically shut down by MySpace just because they shut it down. Fortunately, a couple times I had them, I wrote out to them and said, what are you doing? What's going on here? And they allowed them to come back once they really looked into it. But for some reason, their machines or their robots were blocking them and shutting them down. So think about those things. These sites are free. Use them as tools. Use them to get what you can out of them. Use them to build relationships to then move people off these sites onto your website, into the real world, into your concerts, into your store, into wherever you are, and build a relationship with them one-on-one. Again, the sites are free. You're getting what you're paying for. Things are going to change. You don't have to like it. You just have to adapt and deal with it. And again, use them to your strategy. That's what this is all about. It's all about building a strategy to help you build a career, to help you build whatever you're doing. That's it for this week's No BS social media update. There's already noises going on in the background. We'll be back with another one real soon. In fact, next Tuesday right here. Hope you have a good one.